Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a fantastic day so far. I hope wherever you are in the world, today has been treating you well. In today's video, I am going to be talking to you about my makeup predictions for 2025. So this is trends that I think we're going to see in 2025 and also like product specific things that I think we're going to see from specific brands. I've just got a feeling. That is all it is based on. I am not an insider. I don't know anything. I have no information from literally anybody. This is just me thinking, like looking at the trends, looking at what we got last year, looking at what brands were doing last year and what I think each, like a few individual brands, I don't have that many predictions, but a few individual brands, what I think they're going to be doing coming into 2025. So let's just dive straight on in. First up, the Pantone colour of the year this year is of course Mocha Mousse, and I think that this colour really, like, this is obviously a very trend-led colour. Pantone know their stuff when it comes to colour, and I think that that colour is really going to sort of adopt itself into makeup very, very seamlessly with base products. I think that we are going to see more bronzers, and I think that we're going to get away from the very, very heavy blush trends that we've had for the last couple of years. I feel like a lot of people are just feeling overwhelmed by the amount of blush that people wear now. I would just like to say right from the start that that is absolutely not me. I am always going to wear blush, but I feel like a lot of people are heading more towards the bronzy skin rather than the blushy skin, which is interesting given the Pantone colour of the year is Mocha Mousse, because that is the more like bronzy toned colour, and I feel like we're going to get blushes in that shade at the end of 2024. We did get, well, it was like during the summer and like towards the later half of the year, there was Blonzer, which is a blushy bronzer, like one product to use as like everything, and I do feel like we're going to get more of those. We're going to be getting more blusher shades, so people still feel comfortable with the idea of blush, but it will be more in the sort of one and done blush bronzer step that can just be done all at the same time. I do feel like we're going to get more glowy bronzers, which I am absolutely here for. I really, really love a glowy bronzer. I feel like we're going to get more of those. In my 2024 predictions, I said that I thought we were going to get more burgundy and coloured mascaras. Burgundy specifically because it's a colour that still feels quite neutral. And we didn't really see all that many in 2024. This one came out at the end of the year, which I only reviewed last week as you're seeing this. This one's from Revolution. It's the Big Lash in burgundy. I really, really like this colour. It's not the best mascara, but I really, really like the colour. I do feel like we are going to get more neutral leaning colours. So when I say colour, I don't necessarily mean like electric blue. I mean like maybe a navy or like an indigo or like a very dark plum, a burgundy, a very dark set of colours in mascaras. I do still feel like that could come in. Well, I'm hoping that it will come in 2025. I love a coloured mascara. I mean, I love like a bright blue mascara at the best of times. I really hope that more drugstore high street brands adopt that trend with mascaras that already do very, very well, like the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. You could bring that out in a burgundy that already comes in a brown, but I feel like a burgundy or like a very dark sort of emerald green. I feel like that would firstly sell very well because it's e.l.f., but also it's sort of that micro trend. It's a way for people to add a little bit of colour, but in something that still feels quite comfortable with a mascara that like most people who are makeup wearers will wear. And I feel like adding in that little bit of colour with a colourful mascara like that is a very easy way to like implement a little bit of colour like that. I do definitely feel like we're going to see burgundy, even if we don't see the other colours, but I'm hoping for the other colours as well. In the same way that I feel like people are sort of heading away from blush, and I say that lightly, like just the very, very hot pink blush and that trend that absolutely dominated like 2023 and 2024, I feel like we're going to get more soft blush colours, but the rise of bronzers and also highlight. I am hoping and praying that that is what we get. I love a highlight, obviously, like I love a highlight. I never stepped away from highlight, but I feel like highlighters and bronzers are going to be more of the focus rather than blush. That is, I mean, it's all cyclical, I think is the word, where like things will always come back around. And obviously highlight was very, very popular in like the 2016 era. We all remember that well. But I do feel like the blush is on its way out and the highlight is on its way in, along with bronzer to like add that colour. I do also feel like on that same sort of vein, we're going to get more matte lipsticks, but they're going to be an improved formula that's actually comfortable. We all remember the applying of moussey chalk onto our lips to get a matte lipstick look, and it was always so drying and so uncomfortable, and we did it because that's what you did. I was guilty as well. We all did it, but I feel like we're going to get the matte finishes, but because technology has come on, I feel like we're now going to be getting comfortable finishes, long-lasting finishes, perhaps stains. I feel like lip stains, we could absolutely get that in more of a, I feel like we got some in 2024, but we would probably be getting, or I think we'll probably be getting, matte finishes in lip stains, so that it doesn't look glossy. The matte finish for the lip will be coming in, the glossy will be going out. Like I say, it's all cyclical. Everybody's got a lip oil, everybody's got a lip gloss over these last couple of years. That is what it was, but I feel like matte lip finishes are going to come in and those glossy finishes are going to go out. Obviously not in like skincare based products, like everybody's still going to use lip oils. I'm not under the impression that everybody's going to throw away those Dior lip oils that I say everybody has got, but I haven't got one. But I feel like they were so popular, and I don't feel like people are going to throw them away. But the trendy products I feel like are going to be more matte lip options. I also feel like on the eyes, people are going to be more drawn towards one and done, not lip, one and done eyeshadow products. I say this with like 7 steps on my eyes today. I will get to that though. I feel like people will go one way or the other with like, I'm thinking, you know, Space Cowboy, Urban Decay, the e.l.f. Fine as Fleck eyeshadows. I feel like people are really, really drawn towards those. Even the $42 Patrick Tar ones. I would simply have heart palpitations if I spent that much money on an eyeshadow duo. I could never. But people love them. They were polarizing, but that sort of one and done wash of something that's sparkly, just a little topper, a little something, I feel like people will either go that way or they will go the way that I have obviously gone today. I feel like graphic liner is going to be big in 2025, and I don't know if this is just like the circles that I run in and like the people that I follow, the influencers that I follow and the brands that I follow, but I feel like graphic liner has shot up, and like I say, that might just be the people that I follow and like the people that I was like the vibes that I was searching out sort of from the summer onwards. But I do feel like every time I open up my Instagram now, I see somebody doing something with like a wet liner or with a liquid liner, with just doing something more creative. So I feel like you'll either go one way where you're doing less, you're doing a wash of bronzer maybe through the crease with a sparkly topper and then a burgundy mascara, or you're gonna go bright blue in a corner, duochrome liquid liner with dots, and then like a lot of maybe like a blue mascara, something like that. So I do feel like the creativity of makeup is still sort of working its way back in, and I do feel like we're going to get more graphic liner eye sort of a looks, and let me tell you, I am so here for it. I am loving graphic liner. Really over the last like month, I have really been loving it, and I am just like head over heels for a graphic liner. And when I say graphic liner, I don't necessarily mean like something very unwearable. Like, I would wear this out, this makeup look. I feel like a lot of people would, maybe without the blue inner corner, but without that blue inner corner, everything else I feel like is very wearable. Perhaps you're looking at me thinking, you look like a clown, and that's fine. That was the vibe that I was going for. So they are like the makeup specific trends. There were two more that I wanted to mention. I feel like skincare brands are going to be more body focused. I feel like most people have their face skincare down now. I feel like a lot of people know what ingredients work for them, know what brands make those ingredients. I feel like the knowledge that we have all collectively learned over the last however long, insert time frame here, we have all learned so much about ingredients and skincare and what works for us, and now I feel like it's going to translate into body care as well. Obviously we got the Inky List glycolic acid like stick thing. Beauty Bay came out with some body care products in the summer of last year, but I feel like more people are more brands are going to be releasing these products, and more people are going to be wanting them, because obviously that goes hand in hand. Brands making it because people want it. So I feel like body care, maybe not until like the summer, because who sits at home in a frilly checkered sleeveless crop top in January? I don't know, because it's freezing, but I feel like body care products are going to be big in like the summer of this year. And also the last like trend prediction, I feel like more brands are going to come out with hair care lines that are specifically tailored towards scalp care, because I feel like we've had the Olaplexes that treat the split ends, that treat the ends, that treat the body of your hair, but I don't feel like we've seen all that much, other than like obviously the rosemary hair oils that have been huge for quite some time now. But I feel like more brands are going to come out with skincare that is for your scalp, rather than like treating, like to treat the hair that's coming out rather than to treat the hair that's done, you know? Treating it as it is growing, treating your scalp to promote a healthy scalp. I feel like we're going to get more of that in 2025. Then I have a few product specific predictions. I feel like, and I said this in my 2024 predictions as well, but I'm sticking to it because this is what I want. I want Beauty Bay's spring collection to be a pastel palette, a 20 pan pastel palette with a few pops of something deeper so that you can make a whole look. But I feel like Beauty Bay are really getting their duochrome formula down. We saw, were the two in Botanical, there's been a few, they've been doing them for a little while. I feel like every time they bring out a new limited edition palette, we get better formulas from Beauty Bay in the duochrome realm. Obviously their matte formulas have always been fantastic, but I do feel like we're going to get a pastel palette from Beauty Bay in the spring. I am also putting it out there again, I want a £20 limited edition palette from Beauty Bay in the autumn that is jewel tones, please and thank you, that is jewel tones but still with those mid-tones so that people can use it. I feel like, what was it called, Celestial Charms, I feel like that missed the mark for quite a lot of people. I know a lot of people said it's just too dark to use for an everyday and a lot of the colours felt repetitive. I feel like they will take that, they'll take those comments. Beauty Bay, please. Hire me to do it. I have so many ideas. I feel like they will do, like say, spring, pastels, revolutionary, and jewel tones in autumn. I feel like we're definitely swaying away from the like grey tones. I feel like that was a very, very quick trend. Like that sort of came around and left very, very quickly. I feel like everybody's already over that. And this time last year, it was only just starting. So I feel like that was very quick, but also I'm glad because I didn't really enjoy that. So I also feel like, again, I said this in 2024, the one of these videos that I filmed approximately 12 months ago, Beauty Bay. Foundation and concealer, please and thank you. Hopefully we get it. I feel like they would get it very, very right. I do feel like they know products, they know colours very, very well. I do feel like they would do it very, very well. I feel like there's definitely a market for it. I said in 2024 that it might be more of a tinted moisturiser, light coverage, foundation, with more of a high coverage concealer. I'm sort of not thinking that now. I think more of like a medium coverage foundation, maybe a soft matte sort of a finish, and then a concealer to match. I think we'll get that from Beauty Bay. I think that we will get the e.l.f. camo liquids that we now have in bronzer and blush. I think that we will get more of these in, I was about to say foundations, it's been such a long day. More of these in highlights. I think that they would be beautiful. Obviously e.l.f. have the Halo Glow, but I do feel like that's a very soft glow. I feel like you could do something quite blinding. You could do something obviously very, very pigmented because these from e.l.f. are pigment. I feel like they are beautiful. This is the bronzer that I'm wearing today. I only tried this for the first time last week and I love it. So obviously they've got the wands. They've got these, the Halo Glow Beauty wands, and these are nice. I felt like the highlight versions of these were very subtle. I didn't enjoy the highlight version of these. I feel like if they were to bring it out in this line, the camo line, that is just more pigment, more bang for your buck, you know? I feel like if a highlight in this formula would be basically exactly what I'm looking for. So I would definitely be interested in seeing that. I did predict that they would bring out liquid bronzers in 2024. I know that it wasn't because of me, like don't get it twisted, but that was one that I predicted and I was right about that. Hopefully they do also bring out a liquid highlight. I do also think e.l.f. are going to bring out fragrance and body care this year. e.l.f. don't have fragrances, do they? Like that is just absolutely bananas to me that they don't have fragrance, because they've got literally everything else. They've got their skincare, which I love. They've got skincare and makeup so right, and fragrance has been so trendy for the last year, the last 2 years. That has been the biggest growth sector, or however they say it. the fragrance market has grown massively, and e.l.f. haven't capitalized on that. I feel like we're going to be getting fragrance, and also I feel like e.l.f. skin is going to turn into body care as well with the e.l.f. skin range that, like I say, I love. Like, I have so many of the e.l.f. skin products on my table. I use them so much. I really like them, and I think that e.l.f. would get body care very right. And then the last prediction, I think that Cosmic Beauty, which is one of my favourite brands, if you don't know what I'm wearing on my eyes today. Oh, I'm dropping my mirror on the floor. Cosmic Beauty, I feel like they're going to come out with liquid liners. I feel like they're not going to be a black and a brown. I feel like they're going to be multi-chrome liquid liners, and I am so here for it. I think that they know multi-chromes better than anybody else on the market. I love them, and I feel like a Cosmic Beauty multi-chrome would be incredible. And I also think that they're going to do other things. Like, they brought out the lipstick and the blush formulas in the Halloween and the Christmas launches. I feel like we're going to see more from that, because that just makes sense. Like, they've only just brought them out, they're obviously going to carry on with that. But I do feel like we're going to see a lot more from Cosmic Beauty. I feel like they really are starting to like ramp everything up with like new releases, not just bringing out eyeshadow palettes every time. They're bringing out collections that I love. I really want them to bring out lip liners to go with the lipsticks as well, and maybe like a liquid lip, you know, a comfortable liquid lip. So they are all of my predictions. I would love to know, do you think that any of these are going to come to fruition? Do you have any other predictions that you think we're going to see, either just trend led or brand specific? I would love to know what you think we're going to see in 2025. I'm excited about this year. I feel like there's going to be lots of good stuff coming out this year, and I'm very excited to see what we end up getting from like so many different brands. But they are all of the predictions that I have got. Thank you ever so much for spending some time with me today. I will link some more videos if you want to spend a little bit more time over on my corner of the internet. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more from me. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.